We tend to focus on things one should do, but sometimes it's more effective to focus on things not to do. If you're paying attention and not stepping on the clear-cut landmines set out on a high-value man's road, you're bound to automatically do things right, or at least somewhat right. That is still better than being a walking red flag, doing yourself a major disservice, both in the realms of professional endeavors and what we're actually here for in the relationship domain. There are 7 things you should never do with women if you are to be a confident, high-value man. Let's get into it. Firstly, try to qualify yourself. Do you think you're a confident man? I'll ask you a question to find out. Where did you get that shirt you're wearing? Now, I want you to freeze your thoughts right there. If you started to rationalize why you bought the shirt you're wearing, or if it is a nice shirt to begin with, chances are you've got a confidence problem. If you're wondering how I know that, or what is up with that question, the answer is simple. You automatically tried to qualify yourself to me, and I'm a guy you haven't ever seen. Imagine what's going on in your real life. I want you to understand this. What women tend to find most attractive is a man who's secure in himself and is firm in his beliefs. If you're trying to qualify yourself all the time, it's going to be apparent and it'll be extremely unattractive. The reason that's so is that you'll try to justify yourself constantly by trying to prove yourself or impress anyone who you are with, instead of simply accepting, respecting, and appreciating who you are as an individual at any given moment. Women have a sixth sense to be able to instantly pick up on a man who isn't comfortable in his skin and is trying to get people to like him. They're good at it, and trust me, it's super unattractive. You might be wondering, well, how can I stop qualifying myself and actually become a confident individual? Now, here's what I want you to do to stop these negative patterns from running rampant in your head. I want you to go out for an hour. It could be anywhere. And I want you to make a conscious effort to not qualify yourself to anybody. What does this mean? It means never justifying yourself or your choices. It means being firm and secure in who you are. If someone asks you, hey, where did you get that shirt? You tell them where you got it and own it. Don't tell her you got it for cheap or you like the make. Answer questions as logically as possible. Never try to influence the person's perception of you. No excuses, no apologies. In the beginning, you'll find this to be tough because your brain is wired to qualify itself constantly. But once you begin to rewire those old beliefs, you'll be shocked at how secure you can become in an hour of doing this exercise. You'll feel more grounded, confident, and firm in your own shoes. Second, feel the need to over-apologize or compensate. Confident men never find themselves drowning in a sea of unnecessary apologies. They understand that genuine remorse has its time and place, but incessant apologizing is nothing but a sign of weakness. Instead, when faced with challenges or tests, you should be able to respond with assurance. Brothers, you should never bow to the pressure of constant apologies. Stand tall, maybe inject humor or dismiss trivialities. Don't be mistaken. Confidence isn't built on a foundation of unnecessary apologies. It's constructed through resilience, self-assuredness, and an unyielding belief in one's actions and decisions. So, in order to be and come across as a confident man, save your apologies for when they truly matter. And at other times, let your unwavering self-assurance speak volumes. Third, rate anything over the essence of time. Understand this. Confident men know the importance of valuing their time and the time of others. If you're faced with a girl who is always late to the point it's disrespectful, don't shy away from setting clear time boundaries, or even consider leaving if she shows no remorse. Instead of passively accepting lateness, you must be able to confidently communicate the significance of punctuality in your life. I want you to instill in your mind that time is a precious commodity and refuse to let it ever be squandered. By setting clear-cut boundaries, you establish a standard for respect and efficiency. As a confident man, you can't just sit around waiting endlessly. You must assert yourself, respect your time and others, and create a space where punctuality is not just a suggestion but a commitment. Fourth, not dismiss topics they feel uncomfortable engaging in. Confident men navigate conversations with finesse, and when faced with uncomfortable topics, they don't hesitate to take control of the narrative. If a discussion veers into potentially awkward territory, such as the mention of other guys, a confident man doesn't let it linger. Instead, he skillfully dismisses the uncomfortable topic and smoothly redirects the conversation. This isn't about avoiding discussions, but about steering them in a direction that aligns with mutual comfort and respect. By changing the subject, you subtly communicate that certain subjects are off-limits, setting a tone that ensures both parties feel at ease and respected during the interaction. For a confident man, it's not just about silencing his discomfort. That's not it. It's about curating conversations that actually contribute positively to the overall dynamic. Keep that in mind. Fifth, operate from a weak mindset. Thing is, confident men embody a strong mindset that forms the bedrock of their interactions. They don't entertain a weak mindset that compromises their self-worth. Instead, they operate from a place of self-assurance, fully aware of their value. Setting clear boundaries is second nature to them, and they don't shy away from defending those boundaries when necessary. If faced with disrespect, you should never tolerate it but be ready to walk away instantly, without hesitation. This decisiveness should stem from a deep understanding of self-respect and a refusal to compromise on principles. A weak mindset has no place in the arsenal of a confident man. Instead, he navigates relationships with clarity, purpose, and an unyielding sense of self-worth. Sixth, not reinforce your boundaries. You'll never see a confident man tiptoeing around his own set boundaries. They tend to set them with unapologetic authority. These men understand that clear and strict boundaries are not about being controlling, but about maintaining self-respect and mutual understanding. With an assertive demeanor, you should communicate your expectations with calm confidence and basically create a framework for healthy and respectful relationships. Whether it's expressing your values or drawing the line between acceptable and non-acceptable behavior, make sure you navigate your relationships purposefully, ensuring that your boundaries are respected. Lastly, seventh, not understand the three essential principles. To embody the essence of a confident man, one must navigate three fundamental principles that serve as the cornerstone of assertive masculinity. The first principle is dismissing tests with unwavering confidence. Confident men recognize that challenges and tests are inevitable in the realm of relationships, and rather than succumbing to insecurity or over-apologizing, they respond with poise and assurance. Whether through humor, a nonchalant dismissal, or a subtle reframe, they demonstrate a mastery of self-confidence that disarms tests and reinforces their unshakable demeanor. The second principle revolves around the establishment and enforcement of boundaries. Confident men understand the importance of setting clear, non-negotiable limits to protect their own well-being and uphold their values. These boundaries are not rooted in control, but in self-respect, ensuring that they communicate their expectations with assertiveness. By doing so, they create a framework for healthy interaction, signaling to others that their dignity and values are non-negotiable. Through calm yet firm communication, confident men cultivate an environment where mutual understanding thrives, and relationships are built on a foundation of respect. The third principle centers on operating from a mindset of self-respect. A confident man recognizes his inherent value and refuses to compromise his principles for validation or acceptance. This mindset shapes his decisions, actions, and interactions, allowing him to navigate relationships with authenticity and integrity. In summary, these three key principles, dismissal of tests with confidence, establishment and enforcement of boundaries, and operation from a mindset of self-respect, interweave to create what we know as confident masculinity. As you embrace and embody these principles, you will not only cultivate a profound sense of self-assurance, but also contribute to the development of your relationships grounded in mutual respect and authenticity. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe for more future content. See you in the next one. Stay blessed.